Atoll by Robert Service, 1874 to 1958. The woes of men beyond my ken means nothing more to me. Behold my world an Eden hurled from heaven to the sea. A jewelled home in fending foam, tempestuously tossed, a virgin isle none dare defile, far flung, forgotten, lost. And here I dwell where none may tell me tales of mortal strife. Let millions die, immune am I, and radiant with life. No echo comes of evil drums to vex my dawns divine. Aloof alone I hold my throne, and Majesty is mine. Ghost ships pass by, and glad am I, they make no sign to me. The green corn springs, the gilt vine clings, the net is in the sea. My paradise around me lies, remote from wrath and wrong. My isle is clean, unsought, unseen, and innocent with song. Here let me dwell in beauty's spell, as tranquil as a tree. Here let me bide where wind and tide burden that I am free. Here let me know from human woe the rapture of release, the rich caress of loveliness, the plenitude of peace. Okay, this is a poem by Robert Service. Let's see, he was an Englishman. He was born in England and he was brought up in a small village in Scotland, and then when he was in his early 20s he emigrated to Canada, and he started working for a bank, and then he was sent up to the far north, to the Yukon, and he worked there for a long time and started writing ballads and poems about the Klondike and the gold rush and the big open spaces. And anyway, his work became very successful, and eventually he gave up working for the bank and just lived off his poems. He then became a newspaper reporter or correspondent, and let's see, he was sent to the Balkan Wars just before the First World War, and then in the First World War he also worked as a journalist and an ambulance driver. So Atoll. So an atoll is a small island. In the perhaps in the Pacific. It's probably from the eruption of a volcano undersea. This poem is talking about living in a world without people. This poem is perhaps the opposite of John Donne's No Man is an Island. He's talking about the happiness of being an island, the happiness of living alone on an atoll. And he's talking about living on on this atoll alone with nobody else, and the cares of the world, the problems of the world are away from him. That they don't affect him. They're not a problem to him. And this reminds me of another poem of his, Little Brother, where he's predicting the death and destruction that's coming from war. I think maybe the First or the Second World War. And he's telling people to run and find somewhere to hide in that poem. And I think this is the place to hide, where you are away from the problems, the strife, the destruction of men. And he's happy here away from men. It also reminds me of him being in northern Canada, in the Yukon, which is a big place where there are very few people and lots of open spaces, so he's alone. The other theme that I get the feeling it's talking about innocence, because while he's alone on this coral atoll, he's he is innocent, and he's not tainted by the world outside. And like this, hiding on his atoll, he can remain innocent, and he remains in a world of innocence. The woes of men beyond my ken mean nothing more to me. So the problems of men, which are something I don't know about, these don't mean anything to me anymore. I'm away from the world of men. Behold my world, look at my world, and Eden hurled from heaven to the sea. So it's like he's gone back to the Garden of Eden. He's gone back to the state of innocence. He's left the world of men, and he's now living in a heaven, a jewelled home in fending foam, tempestuously tossed. So this home is a jewel, it's a beautiful place, and there's the foam of the sea breaking around it, the waves. A virgin isle none dare defile, far flung, forgotten, lost. So this is a virgin island, innocence again, which nobody will defile, so nobody comes here. It's far flung, it's in the middle of nowhere, it's forgotten, it's been lost, it's lost in the middle of nowhere. And here I dwell where none may tell me tales of mortal strife. So the destruction outside, the destruction of man, perhaps the destruction of the First World War, this is somewhere away from all this. I also wonder, maybe this island is the space inside his mind where he retreats from all of the horrors of the world, and he is safe inside his own mind. So mortal strife, mortal death and destruction and violence, he's not aware of it. Let millions die, immunum I, and radiant with life. And this phrase, let millions die, that makes me think about the First World War. Immunum I, I'm away from all this. I'm radiant, I'm full of life. No echo comes of evil drums to vex my dawns divine. So the echo of evil drums, this is communication, telling us of the problems all over the world, the increasing communication of this time. And he doesn't know about the dreadful things that are happening in the world to worry his beautiful world. Aloof alone I hold my throne, and majesty is mine. So I'm separated from the world of men. I'm like a king here. I'm a majesty. I'm royalty, without the difficulty of having to rule over people, because I'm alone. So I'm king of this desert island. I'm king of this place. I'm king. I'm the king of my own life. I make my own decisions. Ghost ships pass by, and glad am I, they make no sign to me. So ships pass, ghost ships pass, and I'm glad that they don't make any signs to me, they don't attempt to communicate with me. So the ghost ships, these represent the outside world. They go by, they're there, but they're not interested in me. The green corn springs, the gilt vine clings. My net is in the net is in the sea. So the corn grows, the grapevine grows. I fish, I go fishing in the sea, and life continues. But a beautiful, tranquil life. My paradise around me lies, remote from wrath and wrong. So I live in a paradise. And paradise is around me, and I am distant, I am separated from the wrath, the anger, and the injustice of man. My isle is clean, unsought, unseen, and innocent with song. So my island is clean, people don't look for it, people don't know I'm here. And It is innocent. There are the birds sing innocently. This is an island of innocence, away from the evils of men. Here let me dwell in beauty's spell, as tranquil as a tree. So let me live here in the beauty of nature, as relaxed as a tree. Here let me bide where wind and tide burden that I am free, or burden that I am free. So let me live here, let me bide here, where the wind and the tide, they sing, they ring a bell, they play the bagpipes, they sing the fact, or play the music that I am free. So the wind and the tide are the music saying I'm a free person. Here let me know from human woe the rapture of release. So here let me be released, let me be free from human sadness, from human evil. The rich caress of loveliness, the plenitude of peace. So this coral atoll in nature, this is a place of loveliness. This is a place of peace. So enough. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you soon. Bye for now. Atoll by Robert Service.